Welcome to the Underdogs Podcast. Strap yourselves in for 1 hour of unrivaled audio entertainment.
My fly was down. Don't worry,
What's
guys.
that?
I did it up while the intro was playing. We're all good now.
Nobody rewind the video if you're watching on YouTube. Nobody rewind
Everyone
it. and
fly
look.
check. Mine's good.
I'm wearing
quick one.
trackies.
Thanks
Mine's
for
all
letting
good.
me know. Some friends you guys are.
I didn't notice.
I also didn't notice.
I wasn't looking, but if you want me to in the future, I can have a peep.
From now
What's
on.
your opinion on, like, you always tell people when they got like something in their teeth, right? Even if it seems a bit rude.
Only if they're like a good friend of mine, you know? I wouldn't do it to a complete random.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
assert the dominance. If they have shit in their teeth and you first meet them, then you're like, oh, I look so good next to you. Guys,
They're like,
ever think
hey, nice to meet you. My name's Greg. You're like, you got shit in your teeth, mate. I haven't even told him your name yet.
immediately take the alpha stance.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Sorry, what was your name? Spinach eater? Oh, you're not Greg. Sorry, my bad.
Oh god! So we all got COVID from Peter, apparently. Actually, I didn't.
Good job.
Technically.
So pretty.
Yeah, so if you remember 2 weeks ago, actually, we had to skip a week. Wonder why. Peter. So Peter had COVID. We did a recording where we shared the same controller for like 3 hours.
2.5.
Yeah.
2.5.
Yeah, we still got COVID. So
Didn't matter.
How about that? Then me and Jackson caught it. I had a sore throat like the next day.
Yeah.
I had the most solid line you've ever seen on an at-home COVID test.
Oh really? On the rat tests.
It was pretty grim.
Yeah, I mean, pretty unfortunate, but we're all okay now. Jordan also got sick at the same time as us, but unrelatedly.
Yeah, apparently not COVID, unless it was a secret new strain that we created in Melbourne. But
You've been cooking something up over a
very
van.
possible. But yeah, and then Jackson, you got sick,
Yeah,
but not
so-
straight away.
So I was fine when I left on Thursday night after we recorded. No, did we record that? Yeah, it was Thursday. I was fine, and then it was about Friday, and I started to feel a little bit unwell, so I took a rat test, and it was negative. And I was like, oh, I don't really want to get stranded in Melbourne, so I just flew home.
Yeah, should we say, for those who missed it, Jackson and I went to Melbourne for Australia's biggest Smash Bros tournament.
The tournament players went. Classic.
Yeah, true. But yeah, you flew back. I didn't even see you once in Melbourne.
Nah.
Oh,
I think
really?
I was
Yeah.
there for all of about 36 hours and then pop on the plane back home.
That's
Bam,
so
and
grim.
the Jackson's gone. So how was BAM to the one person that
Yeah,
went?
it was fun actually. Yeah, it was honestly, I won't go too into it because obviously we're trying not to be super Smash Brosy.
Nah, this
But,
is exciting.
Well, yeah, the main thing was just seeing everyone again because it's been like 2.5
100%.
years or something. You at least got to see a
Yeah, I
few
got to see a
people
few
again.
friends. Yeah, that's good.
Hang out. Yeah.
Interesting, like making friends in other cities purely through Smash Bros tournaments, and then like you don't see them for so many months. But then I remember when we used to go to them back like 2-3 years ago, and then you'd meet up and it'd be like.
It's just
you know
like
the
no time's
friendships where
passed.
it's like, yeah, like nothing ever happened.
That's just what it's like with just the Smash Bros community, I feel. I don't know if that's because no one's moving on with their life and they're just still playing Smash.
bro.
But like, you rock up and
Okay.
it's just this, you're in the exact same situation. You're still playing Smash and everyone's just hanging out.
What a roast.
No.
It is a self roast as well.
Yes.
So
I
he
love
did
that.
go, so
You're
it's
like,
fine.
You go to someone you haven't seen in ages, you're like, oh, what's up, dude? Still playing Smash? Still minimum wage? Oh, you live at home? Oh, good to hear, brother. Like, you're just roasting the shit out of
There's
everyone.
nothing wrong
dude.
with that if it's a bit of fun.
You're saying you have nothing to catch up on, so you're still besties.
Look,
What
I don't
about
know.
you, Jordan? Though you had a bit of a glow up in the last 2 years. I feel like you weren't even
In terms
too big
of-
on since your last tournament.
Right. Yeah, it was a very different experience for me, actually. A lot of like, like a few people like, oh, I'm a bit nervous, but I thought I'd say hi. And I'm like, oh, yeah, nice to meet you. So that was really different, but also very cool. Got a few easy money matches in as well.
Hey, Papa, I'm the
genius.
biggest fan. Can we play? Jordan's like, yeah, only if you put $20 on the line. It's a fucking meet and greet.
But yeah, that was very different. So it was very cool to meet all the people who have known me, but I haven't known them. Because usually you're good at a major tournament. You're like, oh, yeah, hey, nice to meet you. And you're both kind of introducing each other. So it's like a weird dynamic of, I feel like a lot of people knew me, but I didn't really know them.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, so that was really cool. And then I had a good tournament experience as well. Came in top 8 placing, which was pretty hype.
I watched live.
Did
I'm
you?
your biggest fan. You're gonna have to
Oh.
money match me. Take my money.
But yeah, no, that was really fun. I had one crazy set that I'll mention briefly to get into top 8 where I was losing game 5 at the end, and then I just, with Mr. Game & Watch, used the old 9 hammer to claw my way back into it, which was very hype. But I think the most exciting thing was just the fact that everyone's cheering and going crazy again at a Smash tournament, which haven't been able to be a part of for ages. So
It's a very different vibe. And
Super
then BAM
different.
itself has been cancelled 2 years in a row.
yeah.
So it's the culmination of all that, and it's been the biggest Smash tournament in Australia ever. I
Yeah, by
think.
one person, actually. I think, this one was 341 Smash Bros. Entrants, which is pretty huge. I wonder what the specifics are on, like, if you ratio that up for America. Like, what
Percentage of
I think we
population.
Yeah.
talked about this last podcast, didn't
I think we might.
I
have.
think we
I
did
think we said the
actually.
exact same thing.
But yeah, it was big tournament, and then all the states like, oh, who's better? We don't even know anymore
Yeah,
because
'cause
no
no one
one's
versed
met
each
each
other.
other. So there was like the crew battles, which WA managed to win, by the way.
That's insane.
I can't believe it.
Everyone poops on WA, which is our state, and good job winning it for us.
Thanks. Yeah, there was a bit of a secret, which was Victoria, who actually is the best state, didn't have any of their top players enter.
Oh yeah, and South Australia all
South
missed their
Australia
flight.
weren't there, which is pretty grim. There's one state, South
Bloody, we
Australia.
assassinated Queensland before we started. He's like, this is sounding a bit dodgy for the WA
Yeah,
win.
slipped some poison in Queensland, but yeah, so we won that, which was super hype. Even though I think we were the only state with all our good players, to be honest. But we'll claim it. WA's first time ever winning any crew battle ever in my history. Do you remember WA ever winning?
Nah, probably first time we've won anything.
Yeah. So that was pretty hype and good to cheer around. And also all the new people. There was a lot of people where it was their first time out of state, and they were loving it. Like, there's all the new Perthies who are like haven't done it before, and they were really hype. Perth probably had the loudest crowd, which is not very. Usually it's Victoria because you're in Victoria.
For sure.
But yeah, WA was loud and hype, and it was great.
Tell us about the after party. Any crazy stories from what went down in Melbourne?
Honestly, nothing too crazy, I have to admit. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
I
on the
wasn't there,
outside
so-
now.
You're getting old, mate.
Yeah, maybe I'm old and on the outside. There was a lot of arm wrestling going on at the after party.
You win any?
I didn't enter any, actually.
Oh, Jordan, happy to money match in Smash. Can't put any money on when
the
it's
arms
the
away.
arms.
But yeah, honestly, I actually don't have any crazy, like, stupid stories or anything, which is a bit
Just
unfortunate.
there to play some Smash
Just
Brothers
was-
and go home.
Yeah, I think everyone was just glad to meet up again. And then I think people were a bit nervous because everyone was slowly getting very sick and dropping off one by one as COVID went
Yeah,
through the
swept
venue.
through.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something about that. It's like, wow, our first major back, and now everyone there got
Everybody.
sick with either the flu you got or COVID, and it's like a 50-50. And it's like, honestly, with people being isolated for so long, have we all lost our immunity to all the other
I
sicknesses?
swear that must have
Yeah.
what
Oh,
happened
interesting.
because
Because-
everybody got sick. I've never got sick at a major tournament before ever. And then this is the most sick I've ever been. I was out for like a
I
week.
get sick every major tournament. I don't know. Maybe it's just because like
But you got
drink
out
till,
quicker
like,
this time.
3 a.m, and then you like don't sleep, and then you go back into a room with people, and you're like yelling. I lose my voice every time.
Yeah.
Do you remember last BAM when we were over in Melbourne and we all went to the strip club?
You putting yourself on blast here, or we
I
chilling?
do.
We chilling?
Okay, so
I do remember that.
while it sounds bad, the idea was there was this guy that was with us, will remain nameless, but he was a bit of a funny character in the Smash scene, and I think for some reason everyone really wanted him to go to the strip club.
He's like the classic, should we picture him a bit? Like the classic, like most nerdy, like guy that you can imagine. If it was like a movie
Yeah.
where you're unfortunately making fun of someone to be a nerd. This is kind of that guy.
Yeah.
Perfect actor for
Yeah.
that role.
It did feel like a bit of a movie situation where everyone was like, "Oh, it'd be so funny if he went to the strip club." Also, my first time at a strip club.
Also
No one
mine,
was-
just throwing that out there.
No one was like, "Oh, it'd be so funny if Zach went to the strip club." It was like this guy. Everyone thought would be very funny
I think
if he
it
got
just
a lap
sounds like
dance.
everyone wanted to see the strip club. They're like, that guy. Yeah, get you in there, everyone.
That is such a funny joke if we all went to the strip club just so this guy could look, but we're not going to look.
That's exactly what it was.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Honestly, so bad. I feel like,
What,
why
you
would
didn't
you
like
go
it?
there by yourself?
I
No,
loved
not at
it.
all.
No, I'm kidding.
So this guy ended up getting a lap dance, and then everyone else was like watching him and going like, like I don't understand the
What,
vibe.
you guys had a bad time. It just sounds like it was set up to be terrible. Let's bring the guy that we're not really friends with him. Let's watch him do this. I don't know. It just sounds like a really bad time.
This is an uncomfortable situation. I'm not sure I like it.
Yeah, I was definitely trying my hardest not to get kicked out because obviously it's super disrespectful to go into a strip club. Hey, you get a lap dance, and everyone's standing around laughing. Like the chick is probably like not having the best time.
Okay, there might not have been as much laughing as I just made it out.
No,
to
there
be.
was not.
I think there was a lot more awkward silence.
Yeah, when the reality
worse.
hit, you're like, this went too far.
It's such a classic good idea in theory. Like that'd be so funny. We go to the strip
It's
club
not
with
a
him.
good idea in
And
theory. You're not right.
It's like the TV show moment. You cut to 15 minutes in the future. There's like 12 guys sitting around awkwardly as this one guy gets a lap dance. And then it's just, it's a funny story in hindsight. But
It
at
is.
the time, I was kind of part of the people that was like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem that funny. And
Have
then
you
we
been
got
to a
there.
strip
and it
club,
wasn't.
Jackson?
No, I've never been. Have
Yeah,
you?
no, me neither.
I have, but on the stage.
Oh, nice, dude.
It's kind of exactly what you expect. If you've played Grand Theft Auto, it
accurate.
didn't felt very weird. Yeah.
Interesting.
You felt right at home. You
Yeah,
spent
yeah. I was like,
plenty of
I've been
time-
here before.
I was 12.
Jordan's like, never been to a strip club. Have done it about 1,000 times in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah,
Somehow
But yeah,
worse.
no stories like that, unfortunately, coming out. How about
I would have caught a flu from that strip
Yeah.
club, I'll tell you that.
how was your night in
Well,
Melbourne?
I went to dinner with a few guys, didn't go to the crew battle, and get a call when we're heading on to the next bar from the organizer, the WA1, and I'm pretty pissed at this point. I'm going, fuck off, yelling, and then I hung up. That's pretty much the story I remember about that.
That's
night.
all that happened.
Oh man.
But no, I just went to dinner with a few friends. That was nice. Catch up with people. But yeah, no, I wasn't there
Expensive
long.
dinner.
It was.
The flights
Jesus
there and back.
Christ.
That
yeah,
really
it's a fancy,
sucks.
fancy dinner. Most I've ever spent on dinner.
What did you guys do in your time in isolation for because like you were home sick, but
Yeah.
like we all had to do because we have to do at least 1 week of not going outside basically for anything if you have COVID here in WA at the moment. So what did you guys do to pass the time?
Well, I was talking to Jackson about this the other day, and we were saying, like, first day, it's like, oh, yes, we get to watch all the movies and TV that we want. And then, like, 1 or 2 days in, you're like, this fucking sucks. I'm
get
so bored.
Wait,
yeah.
because did you start feeling better before your isolation is up? Is that how?
I didn't really.
But you still get bored.
But I never
Yeah,
felt bad
definitely.
at all. I literally didn't feel bad with mine in the slightest. I was
Oh, I see.
It's insane. It's infuriating.
See,
I can't believe it.
For me, I was really sick, but I was never bored because I'm just like, man, I'm sick, and then I'll just fall asleep. I slept
I get
so
bored when I'm
much.
sick.
Really?
For sure. Oh, as if you don't. I can't believe that. Do
No,
you guys
because I
get
don't
bored
feel
when
like
you're sick?
doing something.
Yeah, I get bored.
What? But you
the
don't
good
even
thing
want to do
was,
anything.
Day one, Maddie decided, like, I'm going to catch COVID as well because I'm actually going to Singapore later today. Holy shit.
Wow.
More on that later. But Maddie was like, well, I'll catch COVID now. Then we won't be able to catch it in Singapore. And then I don't know how, but Maddie has not caught it.
Do you reckon
So
she
we've
had
been-
it before? That's my theory.
I feel like we did get sick maybe a month ago, and maybe Maddie was like in the immunity stage. She might have had it like under the radar.
well, because
Who knows?
Isn't a lot of the cases you don't have symptoms?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
my-
Zach would have got it.
My
She's
theory is
triple
all
vaxxed.
those people who like now are just full on don't get it. Maybe just had it without symptoms.
Yeah. Well, not to talk too much about COVID because I
Cheeky
do
theory.
like.
Yeah, people do
I mean-
hear about that in every
Yeah,
piece of
true,
media
true.
we ever
Except we
listen
did
to.
all have it, but it was just kind of funny because I would literally like drink from the water bottle when Maddie's like, "Oh, give me that," and then like if I'm coughing, Maddie's like, "Why aren't you doing it in my direction?" Like, it
Do
was,
it in my
it was
mouth.
full on try to catch it.
That's
And, like,
crazy.
and she must have had some kind of immunity because yeah, we're all good.
We had the exact same thing. Sophie wanted to get it so she could like have the same time as me and then come work with us with Underdog videos because she helps out with our videos. And she just could not get it off me. And she was like, I guess I'm just immune. I just have the superior immune system. And we were like, maybe she had it when she was in Japan because she thought she might have. She got really sick. And she was all bragging about it. 2 days later, she's in bed. She's like, I can't move. Like,
no.
She got so much worse than me after bragging about how she's like,
Pretty much
"Guess
what
I'm
happened to me in
immune."
Melbourne. I was like, so when you say you're coming down with symptoms, then you said you test positive. I'm like, I guess I'm immune. I don't know. And then like literally the next day, I was like, yeah, I gotta go home.
I'm fucked.
So yeah, it's
That's
kinda,
unfortunate.
It's
I
sad.
shouldn't have got Peter to sneeze in my mouth after all.
That was a mistake, wasn't it?
The thing with passing the time for me is that it just made my sleep schedule go back to absolute hell. Like, I have to try so hard to keep a normal kind of sleep schedule. I don't know if it's just something with my body clock. It's infuriating to have to battle against it all the time because I never feel tired at night. I never feel like waking up in the morning. Even if I, like, you know, set an alarm, the next day I'll still want to go to bed at 3 a.m.
Because you don't have anything to be up for.
Yeah,
like
dude,
not as
it's
an
so
insult,
bad.
but like same
No,
thing
you're
here. I
right.
got to really force myself to wake up because it's like if you have work at 8, it's like I literally need to get out of bed at 7 to make it there in time.
Yeah.
If you have YouTube work at 8, it's like, oh, I'll just start at 9 today.
And also, like, trying to stream at times that are good for American people, where, like, you got two options, right? You can either stream first thing in the morning, and then that's, like, you might start at, say, 9 a.m. for us, is 9 p.m. for the east coast of US. So as time goes on, it gets later and later for them. Your views drop off, potentially. Or you can start streaming at night here. Say you start at 9 again. Starts at 9 a.m. for them, and it builds up over time as more people wake up. But as your views are going up, it's getting later for you, and your views are peaking, and it's like 1 a.m. and you don't want to
They're
stop.
just getting more hype.
So
yeah.
either you drop off and it goes into the day, or you build up and you screw your sleep schedule. It's so grim.
I did a lot of streaming when I was isolating as well, actually. After getting a bit bored of the movies and TV, it was like almost every night and then some mornings too. Sometimes I would stream, then like 12 hours later stream, then 12 hours later stream again. It was kind of
Damn.
crazy.
It's fun, dude.
Yeah, it was very fun, but also I was like dying. It was like the best time for me to stream because the video ideas I had required me to go out and film, and obviously can't do that while isolating. So I was like just playing Switch Sports in the room. It's going to be great. And then I'd be like, oh yeah, tennis. I was full on dying. And
Man.
like the chat's just like, oh, Z's like actually going to drop dead on camera. And I was like, guys, I don't feel too bad, but talking for many hours on end, not great for the cough.
See, even though I didn't have COVID, I was like too sick to actually do anything. Like, I got back from Melbourne on Tuesday. I haven't played any games. Multiverses came out, haven't played it yet. Like, haven't done any videos or editing. I was like just in bed, like
Is
sick.
this your first day out?
This is my first day, yeah.
The daily uploads have stopped.
I
for
know,
the
they've
first
stopped,
time.
they've died. Like,
No.
I was really bad. Like, I was just lying in bed. It's the sickest I've ever been. Holly's like never seen me sick since I've met her. And so she's always like, oh, I wish you were just sick once.
Oh,
then
there
I
you
could
go.
like take care of
She
you
got
or
what she
something.
wanted.
And then I've copped it more than ever before.
Damn.
For me, it's not sleep schedule. I think it's similar to you, Jackson. Food.
Yeah.
I lost 4 kilos in
Yeah.
a week
Can't eat
just
when I'm
because I
sick.
like don't feel like eating,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of crazy.
And 4 kilos is a lot for me to put on.
Yeah,
It
same
comes
for
off a bit
me.
easy.
Same for me.
That's 6 months of heavy weights at the
Hard
gym.
work.
See, I lost like a few kilos and I was like, fucking great. Like I had the same quote unquote problem where like I didn't have an appetite.
Zach
And,
just walks into a hospital licking all the handrails. He's like, I'm on a weight loss plan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys morning people or night people just by default? Because I cannot imagine being a morning person. It does
I
my head in.
definitely became a morning person.
Oh, same here.
Yeah,
man.
I was not at all. And then, yeah, I think I've said this ages ago, but like once when I was on prac for uni, like being a teacher where you have to get to school at like 8 or whatever. After that, I was like, man, I feel good. I'm just going to keep this schedule. So I've
you have
just
to-
kept it ever since.
Do you force yourself to do that, or like with an alarm, or do you just wake up early now?
I just wake up now. Like, even without an alarm, I usually will just wake up at like 6:15 or 6:30 or something.
Oh, that's early.
And I know I'm just like, okay, cool. Might as well get up.
I'm so jealous.
I definitely forced myself. I remember all through high school, me and Peter would sort of have the terrible sleep schedules together. We'd stay up till like 4 or 5 a.m. playing Team Fortress
You get to
2.
class the next day, just look at each other like, oh man.
Yeah,
It was usually through
obviously
the
more on
holidays. Yeah, it was through the holidays.
We'd even like specifically, I'd go to Peter's house and we'd pull an all-nighter, just get the energy drinks, get around.
Oh, that
it.
is a classic that I've not done in a long time.
Yeah,
It's
I've just forgot
just
about that.
staying up, and then
Just to
that's
play
it.
video
You
games.
just stay up, and then just like the next day, you're like, man, I haven't slept at all.
It hits hard when
man,
you
well,
get
that's
older.
hitting a bit of a nostalgia nerve.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying that.
yeah.
We
You know
used
when
to
I
do.
did my-
Sorry, go on.
You know, when I did my 24-hour live stream, I was like, yeah, this will be no worries. Used to do this all the time through high school. And then I was looking so bad around like 7 or 8 a.m. with a few hours left on the stream that everyone in my chat was like, Zach, this is really bad for you. Like, you should see a doctor. And I'm like, guys, I've done all nighters before.
Back
It
in my
can't be that
day.
bad. And people were literally saying like, this is really bad for your health. And they were scaring me because I felt so much worse than I did in high school. And I used to go overnight and then stay awake till like 6 or 7 p.m. the next day.
Getting
And that's
old.
partially due to like the drop in melatonin.
Yeah, right.
And, you know,
Sleep Science Man coming out.
Yeah.
I was
what
going to
was-
say, we would go with the strat, right? So we'd play video games till late at night every night, and it get later and later and later and later just because you're like adjusting your body clock. So like first night you're up till like 1.
Yeah.
And then like after a week you're up till 2, and then it builds
Yeah,
up.
for sure.
Eventually stand to a 5 or 6 playing these games during the holidays when you're just being a complete degenerate.
The classic, you look out the window and I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, the sun's coming up. I guess I have to go
guess
to
I gotta-
bed.
So what we'd do to reset it is then do an all-nighter to reset the clock, right? So you're pushing it back. You would do an all-nighter, push through the day, maybe go to bed at like 8 p.m. because you're absolutely cooked. The cycle begins anew. After another
Genius.
week, you go to bed at 9 p.m. And then it pushes back and back and back.
That's
reset
so
it again.
funny.
That was our true degenerate lives.
We are a bad example, right?
Yeah, I could not do that anymore, I think.
No way. I think as you get older, your body can't really do it as much because I used to be able to do that. And now I'm like, it's getting like 10, 11 o'clock. Oh, it's time for bed.
Although it's because
Wouldn't catch my granddad doing that.
do you play
He had
games
a
at night?
6.
I feel like the secret is playing games. If they just when I play
Oh, it
games, it
keeps you awake.
hypes me up.
Oh, yeah, of course. Anything like stimulating your eyes, particularly, I think, like the light.
Do we have a blue light glasses sponsorship yet?
Oh, we need one. This for all your midnight runs.
Hit us up.
But see, for Holly, it's the opposite. Well, I guess because she's not a gamer, if she goes to play games, it exhausts her. Like, I'm like, oh, do you want to play this game? And she'll play for like an hour and she'll be like, oh, I'm done. I'm exhausted.
Because she doesn't blink.
Yeah, true. True. But I just find that so weird because for me, it's the opposite where I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I need to go to bed. And they're like, oh, you can just do your own thing. And I go on the computer for a little bit and then I'm like, oh, I'm dead awake right now.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
got that with the other night? Editing.
No
You
way.
guys jealous? I
I am jealous.
started editing at like 8:30 p.m. and then I like blinked and it was midnight. I was like,
That's
man, this just
insane.
flew by. I actually really like editing because it was my project of 5 easy ways to win at Switch Sports, and I was really looking forward to editing that. And I just like, whew.
That is a superpower
I've
right
had that.
there.
I've had that before. Do you ever just hit like productive hours?
Yeah.
It's
It's crazy, right?
So bad. Yeah.
And mine is in the evening as well. Like I could wake up, like I usually wake up at like 9, bit of a, 9 or 10 sleep in. I feel like I don't do good work until 4 and then I'll do that till 10. I'm like, my brain is
Whoa.
broken, dude. It's so frustrating.
I am not like that.
That's why
at
I'm jealous
all.
of these morning people. Oh, I wish.
I think you can train your body to not do that, but it's so hard and it's probably not worth it for you because you got to stream
Yeah,
anyway.
it's so hard.
Like you can never really become a morning person because your whole stream knows that you stream at night. For us, morning for America.
Yeah. It is unfortunate we live in Australia for that reason alone.
Yeah, because I do the morning streams where I'll probably start streaming like 8:30, 9, and then just go to about like 1 or 2 p.m. because
Yeah.
then by then it's like dropped
Yeah, I guess
off a
that's
fair
the good
bit.
thing about that is your numbers go down, whereas Peter's are going up.
Yeah, so
right?
I'm like, I guess I'll hop off.
That'll do because it's like
Peter's like, more,
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
I am. I'm a menace. I can't help myself.
Palpatine.
Should we talk a little bit about multiverses while we're on the streaming? Because
Yeah.
that's what we've been playing a lot recently.
Streaming that last night.
Well, you
Not
two have
Jordan
been,
and
Yeah, I
Jackson.
haven't played this shit, but go on.
Yeah, me and Peter have been
Shit.
playing it. Peter probably played more than me.
Yeah, I have
but
like 25 hours in it now.
Wow.
Damn, so it's fun.
It's fun.
it's come at a very bad time for me, unfortunately, because it's like had to get this Switch Sports video edited before Singapore, and then
true.
so I only got to play for maybe like 5-6 hours, but very fun game.
I think the alpha's closing tomorrow by the time this podcast will have come out. So we won't be able to
Hopefully.
play it again for a while.
Hopefully, we're doing Underdogs play multiverses today.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that might not come out.
All
soon.
going well, yeah. see that video in 3 months, guys.
I like the free-to-play kind of idea, though.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that keeps the audience, like, big.
I like how it's not structured anywhere like you've kind of seen the fighting games before.
Yep.
Like it feels more like a MOBA in
So they're
some
not-
weird ways. Like
Well, because of cooldowns and
yeah,
teamwork.
teams, like you got abilities. There's like classes like support and tank. Not sure how much that actually means because everyone has like supporting abilities.
Means nothing.
But you have cooldowns on special moves and
What?
like it's more teams orientated. That's
Like you
what I
can't
think it's
spam your
really
projectiles.
cool.
What?
And, like creative.
I'm not playing.
Duck Hunt, but he sends out the cannons. He's like,
He's tired after that.
Depends
Needs a
who.
rest.
You'd have a good time on Tom and Jerry.
I think he'd be a Velma
I heard
player.
about Velma
Oh, yeah.
outside. Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty
also
insane.
good characters. And from the little bits I've seen, like good animations and everything as well. Seems very alive. The voice acting and stuff as well.
Yep.
Seems
Who
really
is
good.
your number one Warner Bros. Character? Do you have any ideas of it?
Oh, just like from the actual, just the characters?
No, I was going to say, who do you want to add? I think that's more fun to
Oh,
talk
I
about.
see.
Honestly, it's the kind of thing where if someone says like a character from a movie, you're like, shit, that is Warner Bros.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
thinking, like, what even is Warner Bros?
Well, you could get LeBron James in
Oh, true. Yes.
Wait, why?
Yes.
because he was in
Space Jam. That would be good.
Warner Bros. Owns LeBron James.
Isn't
Sorry.
Harry Potter Warner
Yeah.
Bros?
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I'm gonna get Hagrid.
Yeah, that's
Is there
good.
anyone from Harry Potter in it?
No,
That's
No,
crazy.
they
That'll
have-
be soon,
they
I'm
must
sure.
add
Must
that.
be licensing.
licensing
issues.
must be
Yeah.
a mess.
Yeah.
For Harry
Otherwise,
Potter.
we'd have
True.
like Gandalf.
There's no doubt they would have put it in if
Sick.
they could, right?
Wait, is Lord of the Rings Warner Bros?
Yeah.
Bro,
Everything's Warner Bros.
That would be so sick.
And Rick from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
he's been confirmed, has he not?
Apparently, there's leaks, but I don't know how much I believe them. Apparently, there's leaks for Godzilla and Rick, and I'm just like, what is happening?
So much better than Smash Bros. Characters.
It's funny because
I
There's a
love
lot of
Smash Bros,
potential.
and the gameplay of Smash Bros will never get old to me. It's amazing. But come on, I don't know these fucking characters.
it's so funny.
Yeah.
Like most of the DLC, Fire Emblem, Xenoblade, Pikmin, that's more of a me problem. But Warner Bros. Characters I can actually get excited for.
That's
Yeah.
actually a great point when they're like, oh, coming out now is Harry Potter. Dun, 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 dun. And it's like, oh, shit. Compared to like, yeah,
And
Corrin.
the trailer was so good for the game. It makes me think they're going to have hype reveal trailers.
They
It's
should.
like, you know how Final Fantasy fans heard the like boom, boom, boom of like One Winged Angel and then you're with
Yeah.
Sephiroth.
Yeah.
For me, it's going to be like do 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 do, and I'm like, oh
Harry.
shit, it's Ron.
It's
I was,
Ron.
yeah, it don't plays that music and it's just
And
a
it's like
really
zooming in on a
weird character.
staircase, though. And it's like, oh, I know who's under there.
And then Dobby pops out. It's going to be the bait and switch.
Dobby joins the battle.
Definitely-
Oh, God.
Master has given Dobby a spot in Warner Bros. Multiverses.
Definitely huge potential for that because I feel like Smash Bros does that so well and it gets so hyped because of the reveal trailers. So much more potential with the Warner Bros.
And what you were saying before, that it's being free to play. Like so many people on my streams have been asking us, like, do you like this more than Smash? Do you like this more than Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl? I think they're not competing for the same market as me and Jackson were kind of
Yeah.
talking about it earlier,
Which is a good plan.
which is good, right? Because it's not even on Switch. Like it's on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. So it's not even, and it's free to play, and it's teams. It's just a different kind of thing. And I stand by the fact that it's free to play means there will always be an audience for it. Like it's not just going to die off because there's always going to be an influx of new players. Like I like TF2 a lot, so that's an example I'll use. There's still new players in that game. Like you can load up in a Valve server, play against the people. There's still clueless people running around with their first day, and you're like, this game came out like 12 years ago. Like, come on, man. But it's because it's free and it's fun. And this game is free and it's fun, so it's always going to have a player base, I reckon.
I agree. I was going to say that's the big question. People saying, will this game last?
Yeah.
Because
I asked outside. Peter thought not.
Let's-
Sorry, he will. Last.
Yeah, let's be honest. With Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, there was a lot of hype, and that game definitely didn't really last. I mean, it's still getting some updates. It's probably still got a decent player base, but I myself haven't really touched it. And can I just say, for 1 second, everyone in the comments and that being like, oh my god, these YouTubers really build up Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl and then stop playing it straight away. No one wants to watch it. If people really liked Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl and if everyone was playing it, I'd probably still be playing it because
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun, but it's just no one's playing it because it doesn't have the longevity.
Yeah, I mean, if my video is doing well on it, I keep playing it,
Yeah,
but nobody
true.
cares. Like, I put love and effort into those as much as I would a Smash video,
Yeah.
just nobody watched it. So, like,
Yeah, that's such
what's
a classic
the reward?
Twitter thing.
Like, what's the reward of getting it? And then people are like, oh, you got to represent it for the hardcore fans. I'm like, no, I don't.
That's definitely not my job. My job is making videos that people watch. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but no one's watching this, so I'm not making it.
I kind of think multiverses will be more rewarding to play, maybe 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 videos over a long period of
Don't
time.
they have like unlocking like skins and stuff?
Yeah, they do.
That's
They have a
so
battle pass.
good. So good. That's what I wanted Smash to have for ages. Because that was like was good about COD. is like the whole leveling up system and unlocking camos was a huge thing in COD.
yeah.
I remember being like, oh man, you got the gold camo? Yeah, bro. I need to get 100 headshots on this gun. And it's just like, it's just something to be able to happily play.
Collect and stuff like that.
It's
Yeah.
like having goals, because when you play Smash, the goals you set are for yourself, right? Like
Yeah.
there's no incentive to play apart from
Elite
having
Smash.
fun. Yeah, exactly. But like having like a battle pass and missions, daily missions and stuff, it rewards you for coming back to the game.
Yeah.
which is good.
I just
Sure.
had a thought. If Smash had daily missions, I would have probably sunk at least 2,000 more hours
Yeah,
into it. There's so many
definitely.
days where I'm like, just won't play Smash, but I would have fun if I played it. So if there was a daily mission making me open my Switch, I would totally do it.
Oh man, I get Donkey Kong's top hat if I just like get 3 more spikes. Oh man.
Nintendo's actually doing so many things wrong,
Yeah.
but Smash is such a good game, it doesn't matter.
That's Nintendo all the time.
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
that? They just always like you're like it's brilliant, but it's not brilliant.
It's
Yeah.
brilliant, but it's terrible at the same time.
Yeah.
Take Switch Sports, for example. Like, great game. They've put in online, which is a big move, but 6 sports, how hard could it be?
Yeah,
Like,
like Wii Sports Resort had what, like 12 or something?
yeah.
back when.
and even if they put a battle pass in Switch Sports, that's like,
They do have loot boxes though. That's pretty good.
don't really need the furry costume when I just play with my Mii anyway.
True.
At least that's good. They are doing something in the right direction with that game.
I do like the incentive to play in Switch Sports, as in like you unlock
Yeah.
the weekly things. Like that's what we're talking about. Like there's a reason for me to jump on, and I did a stream for it the other day because I was like, I want to get the furries again. Why? Like, there's a reason. Do I really feel like playing 4 hours of tennis? Not really, but the furry skin, I'm in.
Yeah, I reckon it seems like a good plan, the whole free to, because that was what Fortnite was, right? Free to play
Yeah.
and then like
Yep.
really good incentives the whole way through.
Exactly.
So after that popped off, it's like kind of spawned a whole new
I feel like,
business
yeah,
model, I
that
guess.
popularized the whole battle pass thing. I'm sure it was done before many times, but it's very popular now. Very,
Yes.
very popular.
And Warner Bros. Has got the money to like hype up the reveals and like with the new characters. I'm excited for the future
Is
of the
Peter
game.
Pan Warner Bros? I think he
No,
might. be.
he's Disney.
I was just about to say Disney would have the ultimate fighter because they own everything.
Yeah.
I said
They
that.
are
Yoda.
surely working on that.
They
Can you
gotta be.
imagine a Marvel? I mean, Marvel versus Capcom, but like with the Marvel Cinematic Universe versus Homer fucking Simpson,
Versus Star Wars,
yeah,
yeah.
Star Wars,
And then all the Disney characters are sick by themselves. And
like
then they own
Timon and
random stuff
Pumbaa
as well.
as the the 2 character thing.
That would be
Nuts.
insane.
I was saying that
so
when
much.
it was during like some kind of gaming direct thing, like the Video Game Awards, and they were saying it was like a Disney racer game that got announced at the time, and I was like, I made a tweet being like, they have every IP on the fucking planet, and they make this bad looking Mario Kart clone instead of making something that I'd want to play.
I guess
Like,
they're not a
what is
game
that?
company.
But they have loads of mobile games. They have loads of stuff like that. Like they're dipping their toes in for
Get
sure.
bloody who did Kingdom Hearts? Get Square Enix to make the fighter for Disney.
Done. We've fixed Disney.
You're welcome,
Okay.
Disney.
Number 1 requested Disney character. I'm thinking
Peter Pan.
Mulan. She's got like the little pet dragon that can like throw a projectile.
That's your
or something.
number 1 request.
Okay, I didn't think through the moveset.
Mulan.
I like the movie Mulan. I will admit I didn't think that one through, but I thought maybe I should offer my character.
It's got to
choice
be
up
Yoda.
first.
Just imagine him jumping
Yeah.
around. It's just
Oh,
like-
yeah.
that's some clean movement with the Yoda.
Specifically Lego Yoda.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, does Lego Yoda do that thing where it's like, I remember in the old Lego Star Wars, he's like going really slow in his pod or like his walking
And then you
stick.
hit the lights
And then you go to fight and he starts flying
Yeah.
around.
So
Dude, and
good.
the voice lines, he beats you and he's like, "Get wrecked, you did." Like, man,
wrecked.
that's next level.
He always says that in Star Wars.
You got Palpatine and there's so many good ones just from Star Wars. This is crazy, Disney.
That's what I
if
mean.
you're watching,
They're not.
we got we got ideas for you. Anyone else got some good?
I don't think
Disney
it's
characters?
a crazy original idea either. I'm sure 100 people
No,
have said
no,
Disney
no
to
one's
do
ever
this.
thought of this.
Go on. Who
Might
who
send
do
a
you want?
strongly worded email. See what I
Oh,
get back.
mine's definitely Peter Pan. That's a classic. I wanted Peter Pan in Smash.
Unlucky.
Fly around, got a little dagger, Tinkerbell.
Yeah, I can see it working. It's pretty funny.
Peter? What do you want?
I'm not a huge Disney fan, to be honest.
about
It'd
a
probably be a
Marvel?
Marvel one. What are the underrepresented Marvel people? I don't even know. Maybe Rocket Raccoon.
Oh,
Oh, that'd be
Good
good.
choice.
Classic.
Yeah,
good choice.
some
Jackson?
fantastic ideas that will
wait.
I picked Yoda.
fling
yeah,
over
that's
to
right,
Disney.
that's
I technically haven't picked anyone yet. I'll stick with Homer Simpson.
You picked Mulan.
Mulan, and we all
no, I'm
said it was
changing.
bad.
Homer Simpson, you grab him and he's like, "What, you little
Bender.
No, they don't do that
want
anymore,
Bender.
Zach.
Futurama Okay, I think we got to get off the Disney
Yeah,
fighting game. It's
otherwise-
too
It's
endless.
just going to be like saying something and then, what about
For sure.
Are you
What
excited about traveling tonight, Zach?
I am. Wait, real quick. One more thing on multiverses.
Here we go.
Thoughts on multiverses? You lose your cosplay.
Oh god.
Oh, that,
Dress up as Batman.
that'll be easy. You could just for everyone
Oh,
you
no.
lose as, there'll be like a
Yeah.
$10 costume for.
I mean, I can just get the clothes you're wearing, Jordan. I'll be Shaggy.
Oh, boom, roasted.
It doesn't even
People
look
do
like
say
Shaggy.
Unbelievable.
People say Jordan looks like
People
Shaggy. in the
always say-
Just the
comments,
neck
actually.
beard. Neck beard?
He's wearing a green
Facial
shirt
hair.
and brown pants, and people say he looks like Shaggy. I'm sorry, but
guess
this is
Shaggy
the
would wear
closest an
this.
underdog will get to Shaggy
Oh,
ever.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
My dad did always used to call me Shaggy. So.
Shit, it's so true.
Was that the character or the singer that it wasn't? me?
The character. Yeah, I used to walk around like,
Yeah, I'm going to Singapore tonight.
That's pretty exciting.
It's actually crazy because I've been working so hard on this video, like I said, forgetting time when I'm editing, and I finally released it, and so I've only just been getting excited about it today.
Ooh,
Yeah,
have
like
you
it
been
feels
before?
like it's real.
Because Maddie's been doing all the organization and packing and
Bless.
applying for permits to get into the country. If it was me, I'd rock up at the airport and I'm like, "Oh, you
Wait.
need this."
How does it work now? How do you get? Is it because COVID?
You need like a
visa, right?
pass to get in, and you need all the Singapore COVID tracing apps and all that.
I see.
But I'm very excited. I've actually never been to Singapore before in my life.
What?
It's epic. Have you been, Jackson?
Yeah, I have. When I was younger, but it was really good.
No spoilers. But
Spoiler country.
I haven't flown in like 2 years.
Yeah,
right?
I haven't been
yeah,
there in ages.
yeah, that was true.
Can
We're
I-
going on the flight. Oh, do you have a
I've
bit
got
of
a
a
good
story?
flying story.
Oh,
So I get
here
on
we
the
go.
plane, Wi-Fi, brilliant. Sit down.
No way.
Old Asian lady next to me. And I said, "How you going?" She goes, "Doesn't reply." So I said, "All right, fine."
She goes,
She says to you, doesn't reply. And then
she says,
As it
"Scene."
turns out, she didn't really speak much English. Anyway, that's not really relevant. So I'm playing chess on my phone because you can on the plane,
So good.
versing people, and she's just literally watching me like this. And every time I look off, I'm like, oh, like nodding. And
She's a
then,
master.
yeah, and I'm kind of getting annoyed because now I'm also messaging my friends. I'm like, I feel like a bit of invasion of privacy. So we've got a little iPad on the back of the screen, back of the thing. So I thought maybe she doesn't know how to use it. I'll pop a movie on for her.
you put on the Queen's
I
Gambit.
throw on Smurfs. She didn't look at the screen. I'm like tilting it towards her. She wasn't interested.
Wait,
you
you
put
put
it-
on Smurfs?
I thought she might like it. It
Wait,
was
did
the
you?
first movie
Did you put it
available.
on yours or on hers?
No, on mine.
Oh, okay.
And then I thought maybe she'll start watching that, but she just kept looking at
Trying
my
to
phone.
distract her. Look over
I
here.
said, look, Smurfs.
Little blue people.
Anyway.
You should have put on the Queen's Gambit.
Do you reckon she would? Oh, then she could watch. I don't think
Yeah.
she was really watching chess. She was just bored. She was like looking at this the whole time. Anyway, she didn't watch Smurfs.
She was
I
checking if your
furious.
fly was down.
It probably was. Maybe I said shit in my teeth. Is just staring at that the whole time.
Have you guys got any funny plane stories? Seeing Zach flying out tonight?
That's mine.
Well, what happened? Is that it?
Well, yeah, she just and every time she just kept staring at me. I kind of got like paranoid that something was going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't have a funny plane story, but for the first time ever on the way back, I was sitting with other Smashers, so we played Smash Bros on the plane.
It's always fun.
Time flew
Yeah, we did
so
that once.
fast.
Yeah, it's
it's
good.
crazy. That is the strat.
Dude, did you go high while you were going high on a plane?
Yes.
Nice.
Of course.
I hope you
Love
didn't
it.
yell it out.
I'm going high.
Got the red eye flight, people trying to sleep. Jordan's like, wow, I'm going high. Oh,
Popping
snipers
off in the arms.
building.
But yeah, quite the strat.
Don't yell snipers in the building on a plane.
He's playing Snake and he's like, oh, I dropped my C4.
Your opponent, where's that C4?
Oh no! Yeah, I was only
Don't
saying
do
the
that.
thing about
Yeah.
the planes because I had a pretty very strange story when I was going to Singapore. I think when I've been like 5 times.
Dang.
Sorry, I might spoil some parts here, Zach.
All right, that's okay.
And so I was on the plane next to an older Asian gentleman. He probably was from Singapore, and I sit down next to him, perfectly fine, nothing going on. I eventually managed to nod off to sleep, which is very rare for me because I'm not a big plane sleeper. Before I fell asleep, I did notice the first thing he did was a bit strange, was he just took off his shoes and socks, which, I mean,
That happens a lot. I hate it.
get comfortable, you know, if you want to.
No.
But a little bit weird. And, you know, old man feet, I know I'll have these one day, but, you know, they're very crusty on the bottom. You know, like people have those files, they like
Yeah,
sand
they're
their
dry.
feet down,
Yeah.
they're dry, they're crusty, they're not super nice. So, whatever, he takes his shoes off, but I'm not going to kick up a fuss about it because who really cares? I nod off to sleep. I wake up and his feet are across me.
Oh, no, they're not.
And he has stretched
No,
them
they're
like
not.
this
No.
on
No
my armrest.
way.
And rested on my armrest. I wake up and was like, what the fuck has happened to me? And he's fully put his feet across me. And so like, when he saw I was awake, I think he took them down, but I was just so taken aback by just waking up with someone's crusty feet in my facial vicinity.
You know what? I'm going to say good on him.
No.
There's no victims in this scenario.
Peter's a victim.
You barely noticed.
I
You
was
were
inhaling,
asleep
fat
for
dust.
hours. Would you rather someone has hours of comfort or you have 30 seconds of, oh, someone's feet are on
Dude,
me?
I had hours of feet in my fucking nose. I just didn't know it.
Yeah, you didn't know it.
Do you want me to
No
teabag you
victims.
in your sleep and that's fine because I think it's
If
funny?
I never found out, you go for it.
So I could like shit on your head, and as long as I wipe it up before you wake up every night, you don't
There's
care,
no molecules of shit.
and you'll never know.
Why would I wouldn't live my life any different?
Oh, brilliant! I've been doing that.
All right.
I have had the moment where you get the mythical 3 seats to yourself on the
Oh,
plane.
so good.
That's probably my best plane moment, and you do the full like stretch across. But I'm a big fan of actual trackies and UGG boots on planes.
Oh, yeah.
really dress down and like don't give a. Who cares what you look like?
Oh, I just wore as many clothes as possible because then it's like
Oh,
cheaper.
that's
Pack
such a
less.
classic.
That's an
Yeah.
optimal thing.
'Cause I think you're
Jordan.
allowed to take 7 kilos on, so
It's very
You lost
old
weight.
fashioned.
So
wear
that worked
3.
out.
Yeah.
Dressing up for a plane is a very old fashioned thing when it was some kind of like crazy luxury. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And
that
some
makes
people
sense.
like wear
In
a
a business,
suit
yeah,
and their
yeah.
nicer stuff, and it's somehow stuck around with some people. But I'm all about that trackies live, Zach. Stuff that.
You know what? I had an idea for some kind of plane flight in my future. I don't think I'm going to do this idea, but I thought it would be very funny to have a video like I challenged everyone on my plane in a Smash Bros match and go around with the Switch and like, well, obviously not everyone, but anyone that would want to play me in Smash and see how many people I could beat. just
Would
'cause
you
they're
go
really
around, or
bad.
would you just get the anyone who's interested in playing Super Smash Bros? Please head to 39B or 39B.
Sorry, just a bit of turbulence, nothing to be afraid of. Also, Zachara is in the aisle playing Smash Bros. If anyone would like
That
to
is
join.
Little Z, the famous YouTuber. Thank you.
You could
Yeah,
definitely.
I don't know how I do it. This is definitely the least, maybe 1/10 baked idea that I've had.
1/10 generous by the sounds of things.
Why does it need to be on a plane?
Yeah, why didn't do it on a bus?
Because it's just funny.
Or at a
you
park?
you see that thumbnail and you're clicking on it. That's what I reckon.
That's true. I reckon you could easily set up at a park and be like, "Oh, if you beat me, you get $50."
Oh, that's-
I've
no
got
one
that
will win.
plan as well, but that's just not as funny.
That one's his 2/10 baked idea.
Ah,
that
I
one's more
see, I
down the
see.
Yeah,
pipeline.
that one's
Yeah,
got
fair
$50
play.
involved. It's pretty-
Other ideas I have, no one steal these by the way, challenging my Uber driver to a Smash match, and if I win, I get the ride for free. The last part might be hard to convince them of.
Challenging Santa Claus. If I win, I get my present. And go to the shops.
Picturing Zach trying to live as cheaply as possible by challenging everyone to a Smash match. Just like at the grocery store with the cashier, like,
I
can I get
win.
my groceries for free? At the dentist, like everything.
You know, these are the ideas that I don't know if you guys get this, but when your family or your partner gives you YouTube ideas, and honestly, Maddie's given me some really good ideas in the past, but some
What's
of
her
them,
best idea, really quick?
what, I don't know. It would have been some video that I've done.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know.
I actually
I
can't
wouldn't
think
mind.
of it on the spot because I've probably just thought it's my idea.
Sophie
Probably
gave me the
just
cursed
overtaken
Smashdown idea, and that one's like done super well.
you've
for
done
me.
that a few
I've done that
times.
with all of you
Nice.
guys.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
that's
that was
good.
her idea.
That's
So
a
that
ripper.
was a big one.
Anyway, sorry, Zach.
But there's, you know, Maddie will give me ideas for parts of a video, like certain punishments, or
Yeah.
it'll just be her idea that sometimes you need to like, sort of bend them, and that's probably why I've been like, yeah, that was my idea, because I've bent
Yeah,
something she
you get an
said
idea and you change it so it actually would work.
But some things, it's just Maddie will have no idea why it won't make a good YouTube video.
Oh, do you have any of these
And-
ideas? These are the ones I need to know.
Come back to it.
Oh,
There was one
next
that
week, I
Maddie
can't
said
wait.
recently that was just. But then the idea my sister had was like, oh, challenge your Uber driver to a Smash match. That'll be funny. And I'm like, yeah, but. I think of the logistics of it as well.
Yeah.
Like, get into an Uber with someone that just does not want to talk to you, and I'm like, "Hi, my name is Little Z. I'm gonna win subs. Would you like to play Smash Bros? Items off."
Shove a camera in their face.
that?
That's how I talk when I'm not with you guys.
Oh, okay.
That's how
It's my-
YouTubers sound to outsiders.
You never just put on like a completely different persona when you get in an Uber.
Every
Quite fun,
time I do
actually.
that.
Really?
Dude, I pretend I'm cool.
Yeah, I always
But
have
then they
much more
ask
of
you
a
what
life.
you do. You can make something up.
Yeah.
I've done that by myself. I've done that with Maddie.
I should do
time or
that.
two. It's really funny.
I just never say anything.
My favorite is getting in with someone else and saying, "Yeah, we just got divorced. We're trying to make it work."
That's good.
It's a classic. They always go, "Oh, okay," and they.
How deep do they go down the
I
rabbit
remember
hole
once
of
this guy went,
questions?
"I'm married," and I went,
Oh,
"Brilliant. Hope you don't end up like us, hey." Yeah.
I kind of know what you mean, Jordan. Like, not sometimes you don't really feel like saying anything, and you'll see some drivers, they make such an effort to have a conversation with you, and sometimes I just can't be bothered explaining anything.
You just got to wear earphones.
I'm
It's always
just
a strap.
unless
Yeah.
I want to prank him, but I have to be in the mood for that.
I feel
Yeah.
bad because if they're trying to make conversation, I want to do that as well and make their day
You
interesting.
don't have any responsibility, I don't think, to talk to them in the same way that they don't to you and you don't to them. I
Yeah.
think it's just
No.
you can mutually sit still.
But what do you do if they start talking to you? It's like, yeah,
Yeah, sure.
that's grim. I hope nobody talked to me like that.
But that's I don't know. It's part of the job. I feel like for sure.
I remembered one of Maddie's ideas.
Oh, here we go.
It was like, this is not the worst one that she's come to me with, but I don't think it was good enough to make into a video. It
So
was like,
we've had ones worse than this.
yeah.
Go on.
It was like spending a day as different Smash characters. And she was like, oh, how would Mario go about his day? And then I'm like, yeah, I feel like you just can't really make that funny.
Yeah.
It'd be like a sketch, maybe, but I don't really know
Yeah.
what Mario would do that would be that funny.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
let's
it's just like
go. Oh,
eating
for
pasta or
breakfast I have
something.
spaghetti.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just like
I
Because
picture
he
Zach
was-
trying to do a different character who's like being Yoshi for a day and he's just like trying to shit eggs out and shit. Like,
Yeah, it's
what-
like-
doesn't make sense.
would Yoshi eat eggs for breakfast? Or would that be,
no.
would
Cannibalism.
that be wrong for him?
Well, I suppose if it's chicken eggs, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
we
I
eat
guess.
lambs.
Okay, I don't really know why.
What if we need the Jordan question of the week?
Oh, I don't really. Oh, I kind of have one.
Go on then.
Well, I was just thinking maybe we could all answer this because I don't know the answer, but maybe I do. But I assume maybe Peter does. Anyways,
Do you want to just ask a question?
I'll probably have the answer. Why don't you ask me?
No, I reckon Zach's got this one.
why don't clouds fly away or
They-
fall down?
What do you
Like
mean?
fly away into the atmosphere.
Well, like if you look at, so I was on the plane, I looked out, no clouds, and they are just staying where they are.
yeah.
Like they just go around, but they don't go up and down much.
Well, sometimes they go down. It's called rain. I don't know if
No,
you've
no,
heard
no,
of-
I know
heard
that.
of
I know
one
that.
And like fog, right? That's clouds, isn't it? Or is that not clouds?
No, I don't think
But you don't
so.
look at a cloud and then you always see them going left to right. You're never like, oh, that cloud's coming down.
We probably
Ooh.
couldn't really tell. I wouldn't.
No,
I
it would
wouldn't
get
think so.
bigger. Well, when you look out on the.
No,
Anyway,
I think this is actually not a bad
My
question.
theory is it's just like the density.
That's
I think you're right. Like they don't fly away because gravity. That's why our atmosphere
No, but-
doesn't fly away.
Yeah, no. But there's got to be some things that are light enough to go up,
Yeah, well,
like in aerosol cans.
as what's it called? As the atmosphere goes higher, right, it gets thinner. Mm-hmm. Therefore, to be less dense. So I think you're onto something. It just sits where it sits.
Yeah,
Wait, wait,
why
wait,
does it not
wait.
go up or down
And
at all?
you know those really wispy clouds? I think they're called cirrus clouds. They're not like the
Yes.
fluffy clouds. They're
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
streaks.
Yeah.
Those are way higher up because they're thinner, right?
But
Would
why
that
do
be
they
a thing?
just? So
That
they all
makes
just
sense.
find their place and settle.
Why are clouds in packs? I've never thought about it. Like the water vapor, why does it all bunch
It's a
up
storm
together
front, right?
into clouds?
Wouldn't it be surface tension? They all like are stuck
Yeah,
to each
pressure. I would think.
Oh,
Four
that's-
guys talk about something they don't know.
Well,
See, don't look
it's
so
like
silly anymore.
Things that are attracted to each other and themselves, depending on what they are, right? It's got to be a chemistry thing. I'm not that good on chemistry, but I'm gonna say you're probably right with the density thing
Yeah,
because different types of clouds that form are at different heights. I remember learning.
but then
this in
they
primary school.
always just stay there
Yeah, because they don't want to go up and they don't want to go down. It's the
Well, why would they go up and down?
if they were lighter.
Yeah, so
How
then
do
they'd
they
get
get-
to their spot and stay there,
That's a good
Until
point.
it rains, right? And then they.
and then they'd lose some.
Well,
density.
rain is just more, and then they fall down. What
Yeah,
is that? How it works?
Rain is just more what?
No, it's like so. Is a cloud up there, and then it's like, geez, we're getting heavy. Does it start slowly moving down?
Jeez, we're getting heavy. When it gets too thick, it rains because is this right, Peter? When it gets too dense, then it'll actually form the droplets, which
Yeah.
will then fall.
yeah, I
Yes.
think so.
So when the water vapor gets so dense, it'll go like bloop
And
into a drop.
Wait, is
far
it
as-
hotter or cold? Because why is it? Hold on. Why is it colder the further you go up when you're getting closer to the sun?
Oh,
the
dude,
distance
Riddle
to the
me
sun.
this. Riddle me
distance to
the
the
this.
sun doesn't
atmosphere
affect that.
keeps heat in, and when you go out into the
Yeah.
space, it's freezing.
Yeah,
Ah,
The distance will be too negligible. I would.
that
imagine.
makes sense.
the distance is negligible.
yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
because the Earth does like millions of kilometers difference from the sun every year.
Okay, because initially I was thinking the cloud comes down and it's like gets colder as it comes down, but that doesn't make sense.
Nah.
Not that.
And also things like turning into like vaporizing or a liquid isn't just dependent on pressure. It's also dependent on its temperature and pressure, right?
Yes.
So there's less pressure up there, so it might turn into a droplet more
I
easily,
see.
and then it falls down. I don't know. I'm not an expert in this one. I don't know.
Guess the answer is clouded.
Well, yeah, that's my question anyway.
That was actually pretty.
Actually a pretty
that
good
was a
question.
thinker. That was a thinker.
Jordan, you got to dumb them down.
Yeah.
These questions are very good.
Thank you.
Do you feel like you've learnt things from being on the podcast so far?
Well, yeah, I just learned that the cloud would probably find its spot and stay there.
I think what I've learnt is mostly from reading the comments. Whenever we say something wrong, at least 400 people will correct
I
us.
can't wait to
and then
find
I know
out.
the right answer. So cloud experts in
There's
the
actually
comments.
little angels holding all the clouds. We don't
That's
know
not
about it.
One of these fucking cloud experts is going to be like, up the shield. It's like, no.
Oh no!
So stupid.
Sorry, guys.
Why'd you gotta bring it back to the Smash? Why'd you gotta do it?
Happy out of shit.
You know what me and Maddie did last week? This is on the topic before, but I'll bring it back. We went to a couple of home opens to see,
Ooh.
have a look at some houses to see.
But
if
we're already
we-
in your house.
Yeah.
You gonna buy
But-
another one?
Maybe together with Maddie, and then
So
you know,
Ooh.
this is quite far in the future, but it's like interesting to go and look. It's quite fun looking at houses. I don't know if you guys have done it. I enjoy it.
I've not really got into it. It doesn't sound appealing to me. So what's fun about it?
Holly
It's
and I
just
looked at a
like-
lot of houses.
Looking at the the different designs, you're like, oh, I like this. I don't like this. You like get an idea of it.
I would find that
and then,
fun.
Like, yeah, I really enjoy it. But anyway, we were going to look at some expensive houses because we thought it would be fun, and we were going to Cottesloe anyway, which is like a very rich part of Perth. And then we decided it'd be fun to pretend to be like millionaires and like go into the
Pretend.
house and just.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have to pretend, Zach. You
I'm
got
not
a million
I'm
subs,
not a
brother.
fucking millionaire.
Oh.
But the Tesla,
only got one.
The Tesla did help with the image when we pulled up. Anyway, it was,
And the suit.
it was really funny. We were just like, oh, this one would be good because it's like near the beach. Like, yeah, got this. And then I would just throw out something like, oh, yeah, we could like park the yacht there, like take the yacht over to Rotto because we were talking about seeing Rotto in the distance. I was like, oh, yeah, we could take the yacht over. And like these real estate agents just like, they see the young people rock up to the house and they're just like,
Yeah.
And then you whip out the like yacht thing. They don't know what to do. They don't know if we're trolling or if they're like, shit, this guy's. What is the job that a young person would have that's a lot of money? It's
having a
probably
rich
YouTuber,
dad.
right?
No, having a rich
Oh,
dad.
okay.
That's all the people who live in Cottesloe and all those suburbs around there.
Rich
Probably just
parents
look like
helps.
an asshole there.
Yeah.
And YouTube, though.
But just yeah, that pretending to be someone else, very
Yeah.
fun.
There's like, you know those articles? It's such a classic meme. It's like, how I bought my house at
Oh,
21.
so funny.
And it's like,
Every time.
all I did was start in my dad's company at a
Yeah.
salary of $250,000. If you save up, you can do it too. It's like, fuck off.
It's
Like,
the Donald Trump, the classic
Small
small
loan.
Small loan of
So
$1 million.
funny.
That's such a classic. And yeah, they like advertise it like, I'm self-made. I worked for this money. I just got put straight into the position in my dad's company. It's like, all right. Alrighty then.
So let me get straight. You're jealous.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I'm not saying I grew up like poor or anything, but it wasn't like we were like rich,
Yeah.
affluent, like, you know, we went to like public school and all those things. It's not like I'm complaining, but we didn't just get the silver spoon in your mouth and then you get to whoop up from there.
You know what? It's like you're jealous of the money, but you can't be jealous of anything else.
Oh, no.
Because then you look at these people. A big generalization here.
Here we go. All of them, I'm pretty sure.
Not everyone with rich parents, but like a lot of people just don't know how much things cost. Aren't wise with their money, and
I think it's
They're
not
all-
understanding what the world outside their bubble is like.
yeah.
And I
That's
think that's the
definitely the bigger
biggest
thing.
stereotype that I have. I not noticed to be true, but noticed some things to be true of, especially like people that go to like a private school or something are very, especially the really rich ones.
Hmm.
They're like, doesn't everyone do that? Because they've literally just been around hundreds of people who are like that.
I don't
So-
think I've ever been around anyone like this. Is my
Oh,
I
really?
went to a very rich private school.
Oh.
And were the people like this?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anyone like this.
What
I
were you
guess.
doing there, brother?
I thought you lived in a treehouse.
No, we lived up north for like 3 years, and when the mining boom was on, so Dad got a good job, and then we just got like money out of nowhere. It was pretty chill, And they were like, "Oh, we'll send you to private school." So that was good.
It's the whole new money versus old money thing. It's
for
super
sure. It's
noticeable
like,
here.
What's it called? Generational wealth versus new wealth.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that
okay.
old money is very entrenched in that kind of culture of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
private schools.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm a fifth generation this school person,
Yeah, that's a big thing. It's like, my grandfather went here, so I'm gonna go to this school.
and like you would have been first generation in
Yeah,
this thing, so
first
it's not the
Probably
same.
last, to be honest.
Well, you're not sending your kids there
I
if
don't
you
know.
ever have
It's
any.
so expensive. I don't think it's worth it, but maybe it is.
Surely
Our
not.
public school was great, me and Peter's.
Oh, yeah.
I went to the same one my dad went to. It's just
Ah,
generational public school.
My dad went here for free, and I'll go here for free, and my
Yeah.
son will go here for free.
It seems crazy expensive because Holly, she went to a private school, and I was just like hearing like, what the heck? It's like
It's just so expensive.
10 grand or more,
Yeah,
or
something like that. I don't know exactly
compared to
what it is.
nothing. Like, imagine what else you could do with the money. Like, oh, instead of spending 60 grand on my kid to do this, I'm just gonna go on a holiday.
I feel like, well, I mean,
Wow, this guy's gonna make a great dad.
that's
You know what I
really a
mean?
different thing. But I feel like you could just go to public school and then
grand.
get tutors and be
Yeah.
fine.
Instead of buying food for my kid, I could get some new clothes.
The thing that got me the biggest was because Sophie went to a private school. So that's why I like experience these feelings so often. Because like
We should get her on here. and
yeah,
talk
I
about it.
wanted to talk about that. I was actually talking to her about this. It was so we have Roto. We've talked about it before. It's the holiday island that we've mentioned before. And you have to book your accommodation there like a year in advance. Like, how long is it, Zach? It's a long time. You did it reasonably
Yeah,
recently,
no,
right?
year sounds about
Like
right.
about a year in advance, and they book out a year in advance. So if you're like, oh, I want to go to the Roto for the weekend, you can't. It's like you have to like get in, book them, and so Sophie was like, we should go to Roto, and I'm like, we're not going to be able to do that. And she was like, oh, you have to do that. Every time I went, we just stayed on my friend's yacht. And I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, and just like, oh, you have to do that. It's like, come on, get out of your bubble.
And
bud.
how do you like that sentence coming out of her mouth?
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
The worst. Because she's really down to earth, but it's like, you're not even aware of these things that are like,
Things.
that most people wouldn't have experienced.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
But
not like
what's
she's
wrong
like
with that?
stuck up and snotty or anything, but it's just like going to a private school. A lot of her friends had this wealth that most people wouldn't have experienced.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever been on a yacht.
No, neither.
I've never been on a private boat before.
No, never.
I've been on my pop's boat, but that's like,
It's like a fishing boat.
yeah, it's a fishing boat. So very different vibe to what I'm guessing a yacht is.
Well, her and her friends stayed on the yacht like as accommodation. So it must have been enormous. And a boat of that size is a multi-million-dollar
Yeah.
vessel.
Yeah, that's a couple of
when
million.
pretty
the Underdogs
gangster.
yacht party.
When you
That could
paid
be
for it, I don't
That could
know.
be a good video. Well, to hire a yacht, it's less.
I don't
Still
know
a lot.
if it is. It's still a lot of money.
I'm
How
down for
many
it.
Underdogs fans do we have in Perth that would be willing to pay your way?
Or any Perth Underdogs fans got a yacht, DM us. I'll check it.
True.
Oh, yes, definitely. Comment, we'll pin your
Can
comment.
we can do more of that stuff. Like, hey guys, if you're in Perth and
Rich.
you own, I don't know, not rich, but if you like,
if you got a spare
Not rich, just have a
$1,000.
yeah, just have like a spare couple of like warehouses we can host buildings in, you know, host videos.
Caravan, we could do the Underdogs traverse the land of Australia in a
God.
caravan.
When are you putting that in your schedule? Lap of Australia with the boys.
That takes like a year, right?
I did that when I was 8, actually.
I do
Did a
remember this.
full
Like, just you?
Lap of Australia. Me and
Just
my
running.
parents. I wasn't the best driver at 8. I couldn't drive a truck yet.
Oh, I knew it was coming.
But we went around Australia. There was a 6-month trip, so I hope you guys have got a lot
Golly
of content planned
gosh.
for the Underdogs.
Yeah, schedule a couple. She'll be right.
6 months.
How many videos is that for you, Jordan? 180?
That's a lot of videos. Yeah, 180 videos.
Man, we're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel for reacting to salty smash moments or whatever.
Oh golly.
Reacting to salty smash moments on a caravan.
Oh,
Are you back on the daily grind, though?
No, not yet, but well, hopefully very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I've had to get everything prepared for when I go to Singapore, so...
Oh, did you get everything? You got a few in the
made-
backlog.
Yeah, exactly. Well, editor's working on them, and I've made the thumbnails, and I've edited
It feels
them on
good,
myself.
doesn't it?
It does.
It feels very
Oh, it
good.
does feel good to have things in the works. I usually make things and put them out as I go, but I've actually got like 3 or 4 in the works right now, and it feels friggin' good because if an editor's working on my video, it feels like I'm doing work at all times. So I can do like guilt-free video gaming because I'm like, maybe my video will come in tonight. Feels good. And normally, if I've got nothing in the works, I feel so bad about wasting my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something's coming soon. She'll be right. So I just get to like, I've been playing some Hearthstone, just chilling out.
The reason Peter's got something in the works is like video we filmed maybe 3 weeks to a month ago only just got uploaded by me.
Oh,
Granted,
it's so
your
bad.
editor deleted half the footage.
Wait,
But-
what? Oh, no.
It was like, so So Zach uploaded the footage, and then I sent it to my editor. Editor comes back to me. Hi Andrew, by the way, if you're listening to this. Sends it back to me being like, hey, there's a bit missing. And I'm like, oh yeah, we ran out of space on the SD card. So there's actually 2 camera files. So I messaged Zach, can you upload this? Like this is between days. It's taking ages. Zach finally gets it up, send it to the editor. He right clicks, misses download and hits delete.
And that's it.
Oh, no, Zach is going to have to put it back up for me.
Wait, and then it just goes. It's not like a, are you sure?
It probably did, but then he went, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
sure
true,
I
because you
really
wouldn't be,
wanna
you'd just
download
be like,
this.
yeah, download.
Oh, so that was a
sucks.
Oh, true.
huge yikes.
Yuck.
It's just taken me months to get this video uploaded. Peter's like, it's got something in the works for ages.
Yeah, so look forward to seeing that video. I'll probably have like half the length of hair by the time that one comes out. But yeah, we'll see.
Man, sorry.
No, well.
I think we've been going for a
Should
while
wrap it
now.
up
We should
there.
probably wrap it up.
Damn,
1 hour.
We're almost about to hit the hour. Remember, we started a bit early before the time. We're not
Oh,
quite
yeah.
at the hour, but that's perfect.
That's great.
That's good. So everyone wish me a fun time.
Safe
in
trip.
Singapore.
Have
I'll
fun.
try to get Maddie over the line with Legoland, but it's not looking good, guys.
Oh, you've got to go.
Dude, I told her you
yeah.
can just cross the bridge. You just drive across the bridge.
It's apparently very busy there and back.
Yeah, only during peak hour. Just go in some chill time.
What about the Singapore Aquarium?
Yeah, we're going there. Man, I'll take lots of footage for you, Jack.
Please
so
do.
you
Singapore
seem-
Zoo.
you seem
Singapore
keen
Zoo.
on that. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Doing the night safari.
What, so everything got accepted
that
except
shit's
Legoland?
Yeah.
Oh, this is bullshit, man. I feel sorry for you.
And also maybe Shrekland at Universal.
In the podcast.